And okay, I'm all set up now. Perfect. So I have my chat. Hello, kiddos. How are you guys doing? We don't have too many people here, so I think we can learn to unmute ourselves and mute ourselves. And today we're going to be doing a couple of basic coding challenges so we can get started with learning how to code on elementary. So I actually see some familiar faces. So some people have joined us prior, but I think I see also a lot of new people. So I'm just going to assume we're going to start from the very beginning. Okay. Okay, so for those of you, I have my chat here. So if you would like to interact with the chat, please type in the chat and I'll be able to see everything. Hi, Erin, how are you doing? And that's probably the easiest way. So I'm going to go ahead and get started, and I'm going to start a new story on elementary. So if you have an account, you can create your own story on your own. But for today, we're just going to learn how to write and code a story with me. Okay? Okay, so hi, Sid. So we have people coming in from India, California, anywhere else? Any other places that you guys are from? You're from Connecticut? Okay, awesome. Oh, we have a couple people from Connecticut. Very cool. So, let's get started. So on elementary, we can create slides or different pages by clicking on the plus sign on the left. Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and I guess create a very simple story so we can get started with coding. So is there an animal people like? What kind of animals do you like? You like bunnies? Dogs? Okay. You like bunnies and dogs? Okay, so we have some people who like cats. Okay, so we can put bunnies, dogs, and cats on here, I guess. Let's go with, if I search bunny, what happens? So we have some people who are new, and that's perfectly fine because we're going to start from the beginning. All right, let's go with this bunny. I like this bunny. So we'll go with this bunny. He's kind of cute. Okay. Yeah, he has his carrot. And so on elementary, you can add different images, and you can also add different text objects. So you can add a speech bubble, and let's just make this bunny say something. What do we want this bunny to say? Hi. Hi, hi, yummy carrots. Okay. It's so silly. I'm gonna eat you for breakfast. Are we talking about? Okay. I'm hyper. I like to eat carrots. Okay. Hi. Yum, yum, yum. Let's go with yum, yum, yum. So you can put whatever you want for your own story, but today I'm just going to show you really quick. And you can go... that's a great question. How do you get an account on elementary? So you go to elementary. I'm going to put it in the chat for you guys. And you can go in. If you're on a computer, then you can go in and also create your own story while I'm creating my story. So if you want to be super multitasking, you can do so. Otherwise, you could just help me create mine. Okay, so I'm going to just give you an overview of what you could do with these little speech bubbles. You can, change the font if you want. So you can make it whatever you want, different fonts. So I like this font, and you can also change the color of the font. If you want to change the size, the easiest way is to grab the corners and drag them It's the same thing with images if you want to make them bigger or smaller. Okay, and you can also change the background color of it if you want. Like you could pick, I don't know, we can make it be yellow, for example. Like so. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and add a background. Let's have this background. I think it looks kind of nice. Or do we want another background? Let's see, if I type forest, what happens? Do we like this one? Ah, so you like the road? You like the road? Then he's hopping along the road. Okay, so let's with his carrots. Okay, so let's now go ahead and code. So how many of you have experience with coding? Raise your hand if you have had experience with coding. Oh, we have a lot of coders in here. Okay, we have double hand raises. Okay, so if we were to say how good you are at coding, being 1, I don't know anything, or 0 being I don't know anything, and 5 being I'm an expert, what would you say? You can also type it in the chat if you want. I see a 10 from some people. I see a 4. 3, 4. Okay, you guys are too good. Okay. Okay, great. So we have a lot of people who say they're 300, some people who say they're 2. Okay, so people who are 300, you can help me how to code. So in order to code on elementary, we have to go to where, do you think? We have to go to the back side of the page. So you click on the button. Awesome. So we have some people who have already built a website. That's pretty cool. Okay. Really cool. Oh, you already made some stories on this website. It's not letting you go there. Can you try refreshing and then seeing if you can get on? Are you on a laptop, desktop, Chrome? Okay, so for those of you who are experts, you're on a Chromebook? Okay, Yeah, Latasha, you have your hand raised. What's your question? Okay, so I think we have someone that has a question. Okay, what's your question? So there's another tab. So when you go and you try to sign up, you'll see that there's another tab. Let me get out of here so I can show you. Let me log out really quick. So when you click sign up, there is this here, and there's another tab. Click on create your account, and then you can go ahead and create your account there. Okay? Yeah, that's right. Any other questions? Ishavani, you have a question? What's your question? Nobody else? Okay. So let's get started with coding. So you can go. Yes, what's your question? What are the actions? Action? What's an action? So are you talking about what is an action? Like if I'm going to do an action? how do you get there? So, hold on 1 second. So there is no class code. Just go ahead and create an account for free. And let's just get started. So you can create one at home and you can follow along, but let's get started with the actual coding. So for those of you who know how coding works, anybody know what an event is? Or can we guess what an event is? What are events? Okay, so let's actually have it. So if you want to respond, we have a lot of people now. Let's have you type in the chat or raise your hand, okay? Can we do that? So everyone can participate. Do we have an idea? Yeah, Isabel? Yep. What's an event? Yeah. Okay, so yes, events tell you when to start your piece of code. So if I click on the event tab here, I have on page start, on click once, and they're basically going to tell me when I want to do my action, when I want to run my code. So let's have our bunny maybe hop. What do you think? We want him to hop? Okay, so in order to hop, we have to use an action, and those are called functions. So we need to find the function bounce. So anyone know what a bounce is? Oh, lots of people know what functions are. So what are functions? Very good. It's a command to do something. So we have a lot of functions. We have play music, play record sound, move, blink, bounce. Yes, Izzy? Do you have something else you want to add? Are you on the front side? You can click on the button at the top, Event Graph, and it flips it over to the coding part. Okay, you got it? Iris, you have a question? How do you create your own story? So have you created an account on Elementary? So after you create your story, there's a button at the top called Write, and you're just going to click on that. Do you see it? The orange button, Write? Yeah, so then you could go ahead and create your story, and you can skip the tutorial if you want, and just get started writing. Good? We're all set? And no, there's no homework. We don't have homework here. Okay, it's just for fun. No homework. Isabel, you have your hand raised. What do you want? The repeat block. Oh, that's okay. You want to jump more times. Hold on. You're getting a little bit too far. We'll get there, okay? So I have 3 blocks here, and for those of you who are new, you probably don't know how to connect them together because it looks different than maybe code.org or Scratch, right? It looks a little bit different. Are you in the studio? Can you create something? So are you able to go in and create a brand new story? Okay, so how about let's go through the coding and then I'll help troubleshoot at the end for those of you who want to create your own. And let's try to go ahead and connect our blocks together. So how do you think we could connect our blocks together? Do I have someone who wants to help me? Who wants to help me? Okay, Iris, I see your hand raised. Can you help me, Iris? What do I do? I have a white triangle here. How do you think I connect it? This one? Yep, it works. And then what about this purple circle? Very good. So this is called node-based visual programming, and this is used in professional software. And let's try it out and see what happens. So on page start, it's going to bounce, and it bounces 1 time. Okay. So yes, I think it was Isabel was asking about the repeat. So how do I repeat this function? Maybe I want my bunny to bounce 3 times. Xander? Okay, it's a trick question. It's not in the functions. Take a look at your event and you see loop 1 time. And I can click on it. Okay, are you able to get to the website? It's not loading at all on your computer? So it might, are you on a school computer? Yeah, that might be it then. You might have, because the school might have blocked the website then. So if it says restricted, I'm sorry, I can't help you about that, unfortunately. Okay, so if I put loop 3 times and I hit preview, let's take a look. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it's kind of strange to have my yum 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 just hanging here, right? So how do I make my yum 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 bounce with my bunny, do you think? You could do it like this. Okay, so these 2 objects are both going to bounce. And let's preview. Yeah, so get started on your paper story, and then you can transfer it on to elementary once you have your story written. The hardest part is actually writing the story. Okay. How do you put the author? At the top, you want to change the title here. Otherwise, you can go ahead and you can add another text and say, created by Nicole. But in this case, it's okay, so you're able to get on. That's good. So hold on 1 second. So click on sign up. Okay, sign up. And then you have a tab here that says create your account. And then you can fill it out or sign in with your Google account, and then you're set. So this is class code. There's another tab on the right. It says create your account. You click on that one. Do you see it? All right, great. So I'm going to go back to my story. And let's continue. So I really want to show you. You never did what? You never did the creating your account part? Yeah, so just use the free images. Okay. So ask your parents to create an account for you later, or so that way they can you have an email, okay? Okay, so just help me finish my story and then so you can understand how to code. And I want to use this really cool function called play text effect, okay? So play text effect is really nice because it has a really nice animation. So let's try it out. How do I connect my blocks together? Can I have someone help me? Someone new? Okay, let's have I can't see her name. The images disappeared from people. Sorry. Izzy, are you raising your hand? Okay. Ishvani, help me out. Can you? Or Izzy? Doesn't matter. Yep, that's all. So you're correct, Izzy. Good job. So let's do the arrow or the triangle to the white triangle, and then the purple circle to the purple circle. Okay? So now let's preview and check it out. So did you see the animation here? Okay, so let's actually create a new page and let's try to do a big challenge. Okay, so I can also duplicate a page if I want to copy this page. This is kind of nice. It's right here. There's a little down arrow. You can click on that and you can delete the page. You can duplicate a page, or you can choose from one of the templates. So I'm going to go ahead and choose one of these so that way we can have some story going on. So I don't know, once upon a time, there was a bunny named, what's the bunny's name? Izzy, you have an idea? What's the bunny's name? Frank? Okay, so what does Frank like to do? Frank likes carrots? Anything else? Frank likes to hop, likes to play. You can also type your suggestions in the chat. That's probably easiest, so I can make sure to have those. So Frank likes to play and eat carrots. Okay. Anything else about Frank? Frank likes school? Yes? No? Does Frank like to go to school? No. Frank likes to go to bunny school? Frank needs a driving test. That's what I heard. Frank likes to draw. Okay, well, let's first of all see if, like, can Frank drive? What is he gonna drive? A bunny car? Hey, look, you have a bunny car right here. Yeah, that doesn't look like Frank. It's a different bunny. Okay, so we're gonna say with Frank, Frank, let's just leave it at that. Okay, likes to play and eat carrots. So this is just a demonstration. So what we can do to make it easier is we can copy our bunny. So if we say we like this image and we want to use it again, we can copy it by clicking on copy, and we can go to this page and we can paste it. So this is really useful if you want to create a hidden picture book, for example. And yeah. So let's go ahead and give Frank a speech bubble, and well, we can make him say something else other than yum yum yum, or we can have another character. We'll have another. You can't type in the text bubbles. What device are you on? Are you on a Chromebook? Can you try refreshing and seeing if that fixes things? Maybe. Try refreshing. Okay, so the objective of this is I want to challenge you . Okay, so in order to code, we want to go to the back side of the page. You click on Event Graph, and you go to the back side. So on page start, I want to have a nice text effect. And I'm going to get my bubble. So functions are green. There are actions. They tell us what we're going to do. And we only care about functions, events, and objects. Okay. So how do I connect my blocks together? Someone want to help me? Yep. All right, very good. So this is the same as page 1. Let's take a look. So once upon a time, there was a bunny named Frank. Frank likes to play and eat carrots. So it's a bit slow. We can speed up the animation by clicking here. Yeah, it's very good. So if we start with once upon a time, maybe this is a fairy tale. So what I want to do is I want to maybe sequence some animations. So does anyone know what a sequence is in coding? You coding experts, what does a sequence mean? Okay, Iris, can you help me? What does a sequence mean in coding? You don't? You have a question? Okay, what's your question? The right. How do you get here to write a story? Okay, there's a right button here at the top. It's orange. Do you see it? Are you on elementary? Meeting. I think you're on the wrong website, dear. Can you try going on to, is it www.elementary.io at the top? Yeah, so you want to go there, okay? I have a link in the chat. You can click on that. You'll have to create an account first in order to create a story, okay? Oh, if you already created an account, then you can log in with your account, okay? It doesn't matter. Click on any of the ones that say write a story. It'll take you to the same place. Yes, what's your question? Which buttons? The ones up here? Ah, you mean the buttons up here? Okay, good question. So the first button here is copy. We can use it when we want to copy an image and we want to paste it. So copy and paste means to create a duplicate, another one of the same one. Okay, you have cut, you have bring to front, take to back, and delete. Delete is to delete. So bring to front, bring to back. I think the easiest is to give you a demonstration. Let's get a tree. So let's say yeah, it's not really Christmas anymore. Let's have another tree. Maybe this tree. So you can bring it to the front like this or take it to the back. So if you want to hide the bunny, you can put it behind the tree, for example. If you want it in front of the tree, you do bring to front. So these are what those buttons mean. Great question. Yes. Start what? Tutorial. So yeah, you can click cancel. So you can click cancel. You could do the tutorial on your own. So when you click on tutorial, there are a couple different tutorials that you can go through if you want to have some extra help with the coding. Okay, so the first one you see is how to make this dragon fly. Click on write your first story. Click on write a story. Patrick has a great question. How do you make more than one person move at once? So do you want, like, for example, someone said they like cats. Let's get a cat. So where's a cat? Yep, click on start writing. Click on the huge plus sign. Okay, so do we want our characters to move together or do we want them to move separately? So like maybe the bunny moves here and then the cat moves here together. Okay, so let's try that. Okay. Okay, so we have to use the move block if we want to move anything. So move is, we can use move or move to point. So the differences between move and move to point is move to point moves an object to a specific point. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to go back to the front side and I'm going to drag this around and you see there's X 645 and Y 81. So that's for move to point. You want to use those numbers. So let's say I want my bunny to move here. What's X? 466 and Y is 430. Okay, so let's go and we're going to get 466 and 430. And I want my bunny to move. So this is the point I want my bunny to stop. So let's put the starting point. The starting point's going to be somewhere here. So how do you think I can connect my blocks together to sequence my animations? So sequencing, anybody know what sequencing is? So a sequence is when we want to do one thing after another. So in this case, we want to do one function after another function. So the step 1, I want to do the play text effect animation. Step 2, I want to move my bunny to this point, 466 to 430. So how do I connect my blocks together? Anybody want to help me? Any ideas? Sanjay, is it? Okay, so the bunny circle and drag it to this circle. Okay, and then anything else I have to do? Am I missing a step? Aaron? How do you go back to coding? You click on the button at the top to go from the front side to the back side. Okay, so you have to tell me which green one. So this white arrow, where does it go? I have 1 and 2. So vote 1 or 2. Where do I connect it? There's 2 options. 1 or 2. Okay, 2. Okay, so let's try 2. And let's preview. Boom! And our bunny moves after this animation is done. So the bunny moves pretty fast. How do you think we can make him move slower? Any ideas? Sanjay again. Yeah, so how many seconds should I put? Any ideas? What? 10 seconds? He's going to be moving for a long time. Do you know how long 10 seconds is? All right, right now it's 10. Let's see how slow he moves. Ten seconds. Okay. Yeah, I think it should be 3 seconds. Okay, so here's a quick tip for all of you. There's buttons at the top here. You can also copy and paste blocks, but you can also zoom in and zoom out. So I'm going to keep it zoomed pretty okay so people can see, but I'm also going to go full screen so we can see a little bit better. Okay? So I have my bunny coming in, but maybe I want my cat to do something. So what should my cat do? Okay. So we're going to try to make our cat move towards the bunny. Okay, so I'm going to use the move 2-point block. I think this is a nice block. We're going to copy and we're going to paste it. Okay. And let's go back. So let's find the point. We want him to go maybe here. What's X? Okay, so we're going to make him go here and then go all the way here. So what's X? 707, and Y is 432. 707, 432. So let's write that down. 707, 432. Oh, 707. 707, and then Y is 432. So I have a... Yep, if you know how to do this, make your own story. We're going over the basics for the people who don't know yet how to code. So, yep, you have a question, Izzy? What is your question? Ah, that's a great question. We'll get to that after we move our cat, okay? That's a great question. Okay, so how do I connect my blocks together? Let's make it big so we can see it. Xander, can you help me out? I don't hear you. I see your mouth moving. Are you unmute? Can you unmute yourself? There you go. Alright, you have to tell me which white arrow on which block. There's a lot of white arrows now. This one? This one? Yeah. Okay, move to point, connected together. Mm-hmm. Which one? This one? Or this one? Okay, very good. So remember, when we're looking at our code, we want to start from the event, and then we want to go and follow the white arrows. Okay. Okay, so we want to add maybe some speech bubbles afterwards. Okay, very good. Let's try that a little bit later. Let's preview and make sure it looks okay. And then we can get to Izzy's question of how do we add sounds? So we're missing something. Do we know what we're missing? So this is the point that we want to move to, but we're already here, so we're not moving. We have to move him off the screen. Okay, let's try again. So Brooke has a question. How do you make the cat and the rabbit move at the same time? Okay, that's a great question. We can do that really quickly. So right now we have the bunny moving and then the cat moving. But what if we want them to, like, move together and meet each other, walk at the same time? Okay, let's see how we can do that. So in order to move at the same time, what do you think we can do? Right now it's in a sequence. So this happens first, then this happens second. Okay, so I'm going to give you a hint. We're going to keep this function because we want him to move to this point. We're just not going to put it at the same spot. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3. We use 3, which is a sequence. So let's try 1 or 2. Do we want to vote 1 or 2? If we want to move both objects at the same time, 1 or 2. Can you vote? 2? 1? You don't know? Let's try it. 2. Let's try 2. So let's preview. So this is actually a pretty advanced thing. It's called functions in parallel, which means that we're going to do 2 functions at the same time. Class can be done whenever you need to go. Otherwise, I will sign off in about 15 minutes. Yep. But you can leave if... Okay, so I had a question from Izzy. Thank you for waiting. How to add sounds, right? So we have a sounds tab here. And let's say we want to go to the first page. And we want to, add a background music. So I'm going to go ahead and share my sound so we can hear it. But let's pick a background music. You want a horror music or scary music? Okay, well, we have this thing called Spookville. I don't think we have the Ghostbuster music. All right, so we want something scary. What about this? This is kind of scary. But this is a bunny story. You want to make it scary? Ah, the bunny will be scared of the cat. Okay, so let's find something. Let's find where's my scary sounds? Do I have something? It's the ones that look like a moon shaped. Okay, Dark Night. Yes, you can use your own voice, Brooke. Okay, these are all like really creepy. Let's find something a little bit nicer, maybe. Like that. Let's use that one. Journey Fantasy. Okay, so I don't know if you saw, but you can click the plus sign and it'll add it to your story. But when you add it to your story, it doesn't play automatically. We have to code it to play. So in order to code it to play, we have to go to the event graph, okay? So when do we want this to play? When do we want the music to play? When we start the story, right? So when we start playing the story, we want to play the music. Okay, we'll get to how to use your voice in like 2 seconds. So I can use the same event on page start, and I have the white triangle, and I connect it to the white triangle. So now we just need to select the music that we want. You see here it says select a music, and if I click on it, it'll have Journey Fantasy. So this is the one I just selected. Okay, so let's preview now. Let's see if we can hear the sound. Okay, you like it? Okay, so I now have a question of how do I add my own voices, right? So let's go back to, you want to say yum, yum, yum? Okay, we could say yum, yum, yum. So, okay. Ah, you can. Okay, hold on. Let's calm down. Okay, calm down. Let's record a voiceover first, and then we can continue. Okay, we're running out of time. So let's record a voiceover so you guys can go home and write your own story however you want. Okay, so record voiceover is here. You're going to click on this orange button. It's going to open up a pop-up, and you'll see that you have this little gray button. You can click on it. It'll say 3, 2, 1, go. Yum, yum, yum. Okay, so once you're done, you can stop it, and you'll see that you have a sound graph with like the little spikes, and you can trim it. And so trimming it means you can get rid of the sound at the beginning, at the end. So usually you want to trim the empty spot at the beginning and at the end. And you're going to hit save. You can preview the sound. Okay, and then if you like it, you can give it a name and you can save it. Okay, so just like with sounds, we have to make sure we code when our sound is going to play. So when are we going to play our sound? Do you want to, when the bunny hops? Every time the bunny hops? Let's see if that works. Let's see. Yeah, this is getting hard. This is getting hard. So don't worry. Yep, we're doing advanced coding. That is true. So I am sorry about that. Okay, so don't worry about it too much. We'll go through it again next time. So if you join in, we'll just do it again, and it won't go any more advanced than this. We'll just be doing the same thing kind of over and over, but next time we'll be actually writing a story. That's a little bit more story-like. Okay, so we can do this. So I'm going to preview. Seems good? Any last... You didn't see it well? Okay. So I'll play it again. Let's actually make them come in at the same time. So I'm going to also make this 3 seconds. And let's try again. Okay, so I'm going to go to the next page. So once upon a time, there was a bunny named Frank. Frank likes to play and eat carrots. And the cool cat comes. Yep, so he's evil now. So we're going to leave it at that. So we did actually a lot of coding that was pretty advanced, but a lot of you had really good questions. Ah, so you want to draw on them to make their eyes evil. You can add shapes and you can... So these are all great ideas. So you can play around with shapes if you want to color things in and things like that. Any questions at this time? Right now I'm going to help you guys with any questions. Oh, that's a... Did you draw that, Iris? Very nice. You're going to make a Minecraft guidebook? Really great. Okay, so I'm going to look forward to all your stories. So if you join in next time, we'll have a little bit of time at the beginning where you can share your stories. So you can put your... tomorrow's Sunday. I don't do anything Sunday. I play games on Sunday. It's next week, so it'll be next week the same time, okay? Oh, thank you, Brooke. So any other questions at this time? No, you guys are going to be coding. Yes? At the same time. So I'm going to go back and you can take a look at it. Okay, it's right here. You could just connect it all to the same on-page start block. Okay, so I'm actually going to show you a choice board. So if you want to take a look at the choice board, it can maybe help you with coding. So if you search choice board, not bode, board, then you'll come up with this, and I'll put it also in the chat for you guys, but you can check this out and it'll have different examples of all the different functions. Well, not all, but a lot of the different functions you can use and show you how to code it. So for example, scale. You can see this is the code. So for example, I can drag my candy, and when I drag it over Alice, then Alice is going to become small. He's going to be scaled 0.25 times for 2 seconds. So this can be a resource for you if you want to take a look at that. And the final thing is I want to share with you is that any story on elementary you can remix. So for example, I don't know if you played Supernova's stories. She joined the club for, not this one, but the other one. But she writes really cool stories. So this one is Things I've Forgotten. So let's say, give me a name. What's a good name for this girl? Iris. Okay, my name is Iris. Okay, day 1. So this is a choose your own adventure story, and we'll make something like that probably next time, maybe, if you guys want. So you have 2 choices. Choose 1 or 2? Put your fingers up for your choice or put it in the chat. So it says, hey Iris, who's Iris? Or, oh, you're talking to me. Okay, put your fingers up, okay? Why are you putting 3? There's only 2 choices. Okay, who's Iris? Okay. Wait, what? What do you mean? Oh, I get it. Haha, very funny. Okay, I don't get it, or wait, I'm not joking. Choose 1 or 2. I see a lot of 2s. Okay. Wait, I'm not joking. Oh my gosh, what is your problem? You said we were friends. Okay. What happens if I say I don't remember you, or anything else for that matter? Or wait, please, I'm serious. 1 or 2. See, I see a couple of 1s, 2 1s. I see 2 2s. Okay, I see 2s. I see 2s. Okay. So, you're not joking? Do you really not remember anything? That's what I've been saying? Or, yeah, I'm not sure what happened. 1 or 2. Okay, this is a full out 2, it seems. Oh, we have 1 1 1. Okay. Ah, geez. I'm sorry, Iris. I didn't realize you were for real. I'm Addison. You always called me Addie, though. It's all right, Addie? Or, I can't believe you treat anyone like that just for making a joke. Especially if it's actually a joke. We're not friends. I'm out. 1 or 2. Do we like Addie or not? Okay, you guys don't seem to like Addie. I can see when I'm not wanted. End of day 1. So you're like, okay, how do I code this? How did Supernova do this? Maybe I want to do... Yeah, you can continue and you can meet a new friend. So let's say I want to see how this is coded or see how they write it. I can click on this button called Remix. So Remix then copies this story for me to go in and edit and also just see how they did it. So for example, I can go in. No, I'm saying you can create your own version of it. So you have Supernova's version and you can go in and you can remix it, which allows you to look at how they code it. Or you can also create your own version of it and publish it. So if you want. You want to do day 2? So you can do it on your own. It's in stories. If you go to stories, then you'll see Supernova stories. And you can play around with it. The one we played was this one, and you could play it as well. I'll put it in the chat. Okay, so any last questions before we get out? It's already 1 hour long. So we did a lot of coding today. It was quite a lot, but it won't go any harder than this. And so next week we'll do a lot more storytelling now that we did the crash course to coding.